So, hello, my friend. Hello,
Hello,
Hassan.
Simon.
Thank you very much for joining this call. And
It's a pleasure to be here, honestly. I said I was going to do this review for a while now, and unfortunately, I've been busy, you've been busy, but this is the one review that I really wanted to provide because, honestly, I mean, I know we'll get to this later on, but there hasn't been a single service that I've ever used that I've been this happy with. So the most deserved review in in technology has to go to you.
thank you very much. I really appreciate the honesty. And yeah, frankly said, you was the building block of Webnestify because you was the first ever customer, I think 3 years ago when I started
Yeah.
Webnestify. And basically, I test everything on you and then I put it.
And I love it. We started our agencies almost at the same time, so we both grew together. Sharing experiences, growing together. This is why I don't count you as a technology partner. Obviously you're a technology partner, and you're a friend. We've been sometimes talk to you more than I talk to my wife per day.
Yeah, yeah, I know that feeling. And we meet a couple of times. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was so nice. But yeah, he was the first who joined Webnestify as an agency. As I was building it, the Webnestify is all about partnering with businesses and helping them grow. Because other companies, okay, they can offer you hosting, you do it yourself, you are just a number. You do that, you do that, you do that, nothing, right? But the different point, what I'm doing in Webnestify, what I'm offering to any agency, any business is personalized solutions, support, and of course, helping them grow.
I
How
mean,
do you?
I remember our first meeting when I approached you and I told you I have hosting issues, I have problems. I'm using, I think it was Vulture at the time. I was using Amazon and Vulture. I had so many problems and issues and couldn't understand and all that. I'm like, listen, I need hosting. And I remember I'm like, I want to buy hosting from you. And you told me, no, no, first I need to meet with you, understand your needs, your requirements, so that I can actually pitch you a solution that you need, something tailored. This is the whole point of this is the first thing that really caught my attention because every single time I've did hosting or met with, approached hosting companies for anything, it was just, this is what we have, try to figure it out. If you can't figure it out, then there's something you're doing wrong. Maybe it's the okay, plugin is not working on the, yeah, maybe change the plugin. I can't change the plugin. I'm using this. Yeah, well, this is your problem, not my problem. So when we first met and you were telling me like, yeah, I'll understand your needs, provide a tailored solution and all that, I'm like, wow, where was this all my life? You could have saved me hours and hours and hours, previously. But yeah, this is the most important thing in working with you. From the first meeting and the first day, I felt like I'm getting a service that feels very premium, is very premium, and understands me completely. So I don't have to second guess. I don't have to be like this solution or that solution. Should I research? I should research this one. Okay, I need to research that one, and then I need to compare and do tables and understand because this is how I do. I'm very analytical in anything that I do, especially when it concerns my clients, because I want the best for them and I don't want anything to ruin my reputation. So when you came in this approach and you approached me as something unique and the service that you provide will fit me like a glove, this was, like night and day difference for me from all the hosting companies I used to work with to you.
And what hosting companies have you worked with in the past before you joined Webnestify?
Crystal UK, WP Engine, Amazon. I first started with Amazon, the Amazon, the basic Amazon hosting because it was the cheapest. I remember it was like $3, £3, £4 per month. And obviously had to learn a lot in order for me to to understand how to do my own servers and the security hardening and all that. But then I'm like, no, this is I can't do that. I need something more, something with a bit more support. So then I went with Vulture, Digital Ocean, like these using Plesk to manage the server. Then also I'm like, okay, I need something more because there's a lot of problems happening, and I'm still not understanding how to fix them. I'm taking too much time. I'm outsourcing to this guy and that guy, which is obviously a security risk when you keep bringing in new people, new people to work on the server. Not even the website, the server. It's the most important. So this was when I'm like, okay, now I can't. I need something managed. So I went with Crystal WP Engine. WP Engine in the beginning wasn't happy. I started doing all the benchmarking and performance testing and all that, and I'm like, why am I not getting the same results as these YouTubers or these? What am I doing wrong? So
Yeah,
I went with Crystal because everyone recommended Crystal, and it was good. Crystal was good for a while until something happened, and in my agency website, got what the issue was, and I couldn't understand why you know, uh, look at the website. The website's functioning fine. Uh, Server, they tell me yes, it's fine. I don't know why, but some pages were not loading. Especially, I remember the branding page. Every time someone would try to access it, something would happen, and I would get the 500 server error and all that. What's going on? This is my most basic website. My agency. It's a brochure website. There's no e-commerce. It's a custom theme, so it's very lightweight. No page builders, nothing. And even this one is giving me a headache. So something is wrong. And this is when I told you, Simon, I have an issue. I need help. And so I
yeah,
remember you offered to fix the issue on the Crystal server, and you did. And then you started talking to me and telling me like, okay, this server that costs you this much, it's very expensive, that Crystal server. It costs you this much, this is how many websites you can host on it, and you're still wasting a lot of time trying to figure out where the problems are and all that. And this is when we met, and you pitched your services to me. I told you all my needs, and then you provided a solution which I've been using for the past 3 years.
yeah. I know, I know, and it makes me really, really happy to say that you are happy, my friend.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm the type of person who, listen, like friendship is one thing, business is another. The saying, business is business. It's not personal. It's just business, and all that. It's something that my dad taught me. My dad would be like, I don't care if you're my son. Business is business.
Yeah, you cannot
So
be together.
I would never stay with someone for 3 years plus if I wasn't very happy. So this is how this is the best confirmation of if the client is happy or not. I just renew. I don't even bother. Just renew. Whenever the renewal comes, send the money, renew. I know that I'm not even consider looking at alternatives, negotiating. No, 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 no. Just take what you want and just give me the same type of service that you've been providing.
Yeah, and I'm always improving the Webnestify services. You know that.
Exactly. What we started, it was something completely different than now. I mean, now it's you have a platform, you have tutorials, trainings, you have this additional services you added to your offering. So you've grown, and this is what you need. You've not only refined your service,
Yeah.
you've made it better, improved the quality, and you've added more services to it. So it's very good.
Honestly, to be honest, the first it started, as an idea that I should be offering, help agencies, because myself, I also got agency, but I know the pain points of agency selling the care plans. Why should I sell care plans? And all of the stuff, the hosting, etc. So that's why I decided to open Webnestify and try to go this route to target agencies, business owners, around the world, and help them grow, help them pinpoint those pain points, right?
100%. I mean, as an agency owner, more than like the agency owner, you have number one, you cannot just afford to hire people. Employees are expensive,
Yeah,
very expensive, very, very expensive. So if I was able to hire a server technician who would do all this, amazing. But I can't afford to have 50, 60,000 pounds per year to pay to a server technician so that he can handle all this and that. But at the same time, I require one, because if I'm going to be offering hosting and I'm going to be doing all that on my own, and I'm not a professional in this, and this is where I'm a bit different than other agency owners. Each one has his own way of running their agency, but unless I am confident that I'm able to provide a service that is absolutely bulletproof, strong, good quality that will not even risk my reputation by 1%, I will not offer that service. And not offering hosting in an agency that does digital marketing and websites is just, it's a missed opportunity. But offering bad hosting, then all the good work you did in your web design, your optimizations, and everything is just gonna go to waste with bad servers. So, and bad hosting, shared hosting, and buggy and slow, and all the issues with that. So this is why your service is very important, and it's not like, I think more people need to not take it seriously, but need to understand that there's two ways of doing things. There's doing it the right way, and there's doing it in a way where you pretend you're doing it right and you make all the money and all that, but in reality you're not, and it's very risky. And we've seen this a lot by people saying they're web designers or web developers, for example, but they're actually web designers and they don't know anything about the right way of building a website. And Kevin goes through this a lot in his page builder tutorials, how to build website tutorials on how to build a right website, because it's not enough to just design. You have to understand the reasoning behind the design and all that, and you have to have the right structure, so that you can, many different, it's like building a house. If you get someone off the street, anyone can lay bricks, for example, but a bricklayer knows how to lay bricks right, that that will last you, versus someone like me, for example. If I'm going to try my chance at being a bricklayer and laying a few bricks, I guarantee you the wall's going to be down within a week, maybe 2 weeks. But this is why I prefer to go with someone professional who does this for a living, who's able to provide a service that I am confident I can, put my reputation on, and this is very important. So yeah, this is the importance of number one, having someone that you can also ask. Simon, I have an idea. I have this website. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you recommend for hosting? What do you recommend this? What do you recommend that? This is also there's no in the chat icon for WP Engine or Crystal or that doesn't exist. Hello, I'm trying to build a new website, and I have a few questions. No one's going to answer you. This is another advantage so it's not only that I get a very good service, I'm also able to get good advice on things related to the service that you offer, which is something that no other, or according to my knowledge, no other website or hosting provider has done or does.
Yeah, advice to your business, because as you said at the beginning, I need to know your business, and then I can choose if I can work with you or if I cannot work with you, right? So
Definitely.
yeah. And speaking of your agency, I forget to ask you to introduce your agency. We should be.
Sorry, I forgot that part. So my name is Hassan Kayali. I live in London. I'm based in London, and I have an agency called Yasmeen Creative. We specialize in websites and branding, social media support, content creation, and we specialize. Our niche is property, estate agents, small businesses, but mainly property services. So we do a lot of photography, videography, web design, social media management, graphic design support for property professionals, estate agents, letting agents, real estate.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for the introduction. That should be done on the beginning. And
Cut it and put it there. I'll do the video editing for you. No problem.
no problem. So yeah, and how do you feel? After those 3 years that you are with Webnestify, how do you feel that? Do you feel that Webnestify is crucial part of your business growth and your business?
Oh, definitely. I mean, every time I think of how I can add, for example, when I first started this business, it was strictly doing websites and doing branding. That's it, and graphic design and social media. Then when I started working with clients, I started to understand their needs better. I started to understand, okay, maybe I need to add hosting, because it's no point to build the website and then send this client to another agency. This is very bad. But at the same time, hosting has so many issues and so many problems and so many headaches. So unless you're able to do it or with the right person and the right partner, or you hire someone, it's better not to offer it. And I'm like, as I mentioned, I'm someone who has very high quality standards for myself, for my agency, for the people I work with.
Yeah.
So this was when I started researching and trying to find a partner in that. So I thought, okay, I can't find someone affordable. Let me do it on my own. Did it on my own, failed. Found you 3 years later, still working fine. I haven't had a single complaint about anything. And when something does go wrong, you're always there to provide that immediate support. And you're always done. The support you provide is always, you know, very good, very, very comprehensive, and all that. So now I take you for granted, for example. I don't even think of all the hosting problems, all the issues that could come in the future. I know that this part is taken care of and I can focus on all the other things. And this is the most important thing for an agency owner. Because if you're an agency owner and you're running around trying to sort out technical issues, who's going to be doing the business development? Who's
Yeah.
going to be doing the customer service for the clients if something goes wrong? Who's going to be networking? Who's going to be doing all the things that are required from, an agency owner? So this is the most crucial thing of working with Webnestify. It's not only that I get a good service from you in terms of hosting and all that, it also allows me to focus on the things that I need to focus on and not focus on all the smaller details. I have someone that I trust that it provides a very good service. I outsource the headache, as I always say to you. I outsource the headache to you, and that's it. I focus on the things that make my agency money. This is very important.
Definitely.
Previously, I used to remember I would go crazy every time. I'll be like, okay, I need to write this email to this guy, meet with this guy. I'll get a problem. Something would happen. That's it. The day is going to be spent researching, trying to find, testing this, testing that, and all that. And then at night, you're like, okay, I finished this problem. Okay, now I need to go back to work. That's not a good way to do any business. And this, I spent a lot of time doing this, and the stress you get from it is very high. Number one, you can't get new clients. Number two, your quality of life goes down because you work a lot, a lot more. And number three, you're always stressful and you're worried. You're worried that, okay, what's today gonna bring? Is something gonna happen? Are all my servers gonna go, or sites gonna go down? Are my clients gonna this and that?
Yeah. So this is like the biggest value that the Webnestify is providing, right? The ease of mind.
Definitely.
You know, if something happened, I got your back.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Thank you.
this is things will happen always. We've seen in the past 1 month, 2 months, all the hacking from plugins, even some of the most reputable. I won't name names. Some of the most reputable plugins that I use in my technology stack that I support and I will continue support and all that. Even they had some very serious security vulnerabilities. And the first person who alerted me to this was you. And the first person who I was, of course, very worried because all my sites use that plugin. And then the first person who then told me, yeah, this one's bad, this one's bad, I'm gonna fix this, fixed everything. And that's it. Within a day, everything was fixed. There was no more issues. And then I started seeing people waking up and then realizing they have vulnerabilities and all the mess of people posting on forums and circle group and people trying to get help and support. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness this is, I passed this, it's done. It's not that's something that doesn't concern me.
Yeah, but this is, all comes. We are all humans. We can make mistakes,
Definitely.
right? So I never advertise there is 100% security or 100% that,
And you
right?
can't. If you did, you would be lying. A lot of people do, and they're lying. This is the thing that I appreciate with you, that you don't tell me what I want to hear. You tell me the truth.
If
According
you
to your best knowledge, you
yeah.
tell me this is 1, 2, 3. Whether I like to hear it, whether I don't like to hear it, whether it's this is how it is, and I respect that, and I appreciate that.
I give you options. I tell you this option is optimal. This option maybe is not for you, but you have the option to decide, right?
Hmm.
But
Definitely.
I would never advise anybody something wrong, right?
Exactly. You give all the information, and then you tell the you it's you for at the end of the day we're adults. I'm an agency owner. It's not for your job to decide on my behalf, but it's I need to understand all the facts, and I need it to be, I keep saying this, dumbed down for me to understand it, so that it's brought down to my level, explained in plain English, and then I'm like, okay, I understand. If I do this, the repercussions of it. If I do that, the repercussions of it, and then I make a choice, rather than someone telling me, "Hey, no problem, just do this, this is that," and telling me exactly what I want to hear. Then I make a decision based on that. It blows up in my face, and I'm wondering, okay, what happened? Why? I thought it's no problem and it's easy, and yeah.
Yeah, because everyone, can advertise this is the best, this is the faster, 100% secure, but it's just, it cannot be.
Yeah,
Anything can happen. We trust, like, third-party services, we blindly trust them, right? But if something happened, if their employees got phished and everything can spread malware, just for an example, we cannot do anything about it. But
100%.
we are using those services day by day because we just blindly trust them.
100%. Or even the uptime guarantee, for example. 99.9% uptime guarantee, industry standard. But you cannot say 100% because we've seen the fire that happened to which data center in Germany a few years ago that was an absolute disaster. Was a Hostinger, or was it, I remember there was a data center in Germany, it burned, and it was an absolute disaster.
I
Was it
think
Germany, or I forgot where? But anyways,
I thought it was Ionos or something. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure.
and this caused a big issue and downtime, and until they were able to bring it back, it took a while. But who do you blame? Do I blame you because you have servers in there? Obviously not, because you're using a company that is rated 1 or 2 or 3 in the world. So you don't anticipate that this, and obviously you have your, backups, you have your crisis management, you have that. But this is the point, is when something's gonna go wrong,
Yeah,
it will go wrong. But a good agency or a good service partner or tech partner will have plans to mitigate, against this, and to reduce the effects of this. And this is why I like working with you. So
yeah,
it's not like nothing is going to go wrong. Things will go wrong, but a
definitely.
professional and someone good at his job will be able to reduce the effects of this thing going wrong. Sometimes you won't feel it. Sometimes you will feel it, but you could have felt it a lot worse if you were working with someone else, or if you were doing things on your own.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of there, technically, there is no possible to do like 100% uptime, but what we can do is to mitigate the risk. We can spread servers in that company data center, multiply it 5 times, right? There is very small chance that all of data centers goes down, but they can go down at any time, right?
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
provider, the cables can be cut it in the sea. Anything can goes wrong, right?
Yeah, and we've seen this happen a lot. The cables could be getting cut in the sea, and sometimes sabotage, sometimes by accident. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like the, excuse my French, shit happens.
it can, and yeah. I also told you that something can go wrong with that, but don't worry. If it happens, I got a plan for it, right? I
Exactly.
mitigate the downtime, but I cannot eliminate it if it happens. What happened with the Cloudflare? I
Yeah,
re-
exactly.
I recommend it to use Cloudflare. Like everyone do, it is good, but they're done the mistake because employee put something bad in the code. All
Hmm.
went down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
And then if you, I mean, saying, okay, why did Simon recommend Cloudflare? I can't believe how reckless that is, and look at what happened. But then when you don't recommend Cloudflare, I mean, look at all the benefits that we get from Cloudflare. So the occasional thing that could go wrong once in a blue moon, it's a risk that you have to be willing to take.
definitely, and also advocate like as for you, you also need to have your like backups of your websites, right? I give you the tools to make the backups. If something goes terribly wrong with everything, you have the backups.
100%. There's no excuse. Every single person, agency owner, should have backups on his laptop and on his
Oh,
hard disk.
this
Like,
laptop
take
is
it, put it on here, offline, storage. Not only just putting it on the or trusting you that what's it called? I only trust him, and I will do nothing, to protect myself and my agency. No, you have to also be smart.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, this was a really great topic that we covered here. And yeah, so I have also maybe last or second last question. Did you notice some revenue increase since you joined Webnestify and now you are spending more time to growing your business?
Definitely. I mentioned like previously I would waste on bad days when I have an issue, and you have issues a lot, especially in web development and in our type of business, a lot of problems because you rely on a lot of different services and tech stacks and all that. Sometimes they don't play nice with each other, so you have to be able to troubleshoot, diagnose, check, logs, and be able to understand what you're seeing, you know. And not only like you see something, you have to Google it and all that. So previously, I would, like I mentioned, every time something bad would happen, I'd waste minimum 2 hours. 2 hours that you could be, developing business, contacting, cold calling, cold emailing, meeting, drop going to other businesses, knocking on the door, like distributing. There's a million things you can do. A million things you can do rather than sitting on your laptop trying to understand what went wrong, how am I going to be able to fix it. So in that sense, I definitely increased my revenue. Add on to that, I'm able to provide hosting, and I'm able to provide good hosting, premium hosting. So I'm able to charge more for it. And I'm confident of that hosting. So when someone comes and tells me, yeah, but you're charging more than Amazon or Vulture or all that, I'll be like, oh, okay, let me talk to you. If you want to do Amazon, let me explain a bit of the benefit of the headaches you're gonna face. And this is working with me, all the headaches that you won't face because I'm someone doing one, two, three, four.
Yeah,
So this is why I'm able to not only provide hosting, I'm able to provide premium hosting. And as a premium agency, I don't work with anyone. I work, like I mentioned, with estate agents and all that. I don't want to work with anyone. I want to work with the clients that can afford me because at the end of the day, I'm very interested in profitability. So if I'm able to provide a good service for them and they're able to afford me, we make a very good, we match very well.
yeah,
So, and I'm able to provide them premium products, premium photography, premium marketing, premium hosting, thanks to you.
yeah. But you mean the hosting like it is a part of the care plan, right? That you are offering.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely. 100%. I think it's absolutely wild that people offer care plans without hosting, but no, yeah, definitely build a website, have the care plan in the beginning, agree to it, and
yeah,
have the hosting part of that care plan.
yeah. That's
And how
really
many times have I approached you with telling you, Simon, I'm gonna meet an agency or a company, and this is their background, this is their technical like website. What do you recommend to them, in types of hosting, in types of, and how many times were you able to provide me with solutions that I was able to go to the meeting,
yeah,
and then when I'm down and I'm talking, I'm able to hit them with, I recommend one, two, three, four, five. It's like having a server technician with me in the meeting, which is absolutely amazing as well. Because when you tell a client, I'll get back to you on that, I will research, I will ask, I will get back to you on that, doesn't hit as hard as, yes, this solution. Well, by the way, I researched your website, I researched your this and that, I'm able to, confidently provide you one, two, three, four, five. This is their costing, this is their advantages, disadvantages, and all that. The client will feel very refreshed because it'll be like, okay, this is someone who actually knows what they're doing. They've actually took the time to research, and not only that, they were able to provide their prices. I've worked with so many agencies before I started my agency. Yeah, we'll get back to you on that. 3 4 days later, you chase up with an email, have you been able to come up with something? Yeah, no, okay, we'll send it in a day or 2 days, or versus someone giving you everything you need in that meeting. And
yeah,
this won't be able, because I don't know servers, I don't know what their requirements are. I don't want to tell them you need something more than their requirements, and I definitely don't want to say something under their requirements, and I'm able to give them something accurate by talking to you first.
yeah. And also, this is the unique benefit of being with Webnestify, right? Because if you have anything that you want to sell or give advice how to sell, how to increase the profitability, I'm here to help you to craft special services for them to be able for you to grow, right? And get the customer you want.
100%. 100%. Yeah, this is and as someone, sometimes you get this you feel like this, it's called like this imposter syndrome, where am I able, I was a banker before I started this company. So I was always feeling like, well, obviously I studied marketing, I have experience in that. So you always feel like, am I working right? Am I doing things right? Am I, you always, for me, I'm always, like I said, I'm someone who's always, I have very high standards for myself. So I'm always second guessing and questioning and all that. And previously, I wasn't able to, I didn't have the confidence to go chase these bigger companies and, tell them I can offer you a very good service, believe in me, let me give you this, let me give you that. I would not even consider it, because you need to be able to be confident of the service so that you can sell it. If you're not confident of the service, and clients can pick up, whether you're confident of what you're selling, or whether you're just full of hot air promising things left and right when there's or
As
whether you're someone that you're not sure of the service that you're like, every single question I'm guaranteed that they ask you to provide, you try and wiggle out of it. Like, yeah, we know, we'll see, we don't know, yeah,
come back later, yeah,
yeah.
I know. Right. So, yeah, is there anything you want to add to this nice chat?
We've been together for 3 years, and I sincerely wish that we grow even more, and we're together not for the next 3 years, for the next 30 years, because you made my life very easy, and I'm apologize for all the headaches I brought to you and all the
Right. What you paying for?
yeah. So I really I wanted to do this review, because I always said, I always tell you, please let me review you, please let me review you, please let me review you. Every time I see someone mention hosting or all that, you're always the first company I recommend, because I'm not trying to gatekeep. Some people, they don't like to recommend the companies they use in case they get busy or all that. I
Yeah.
want people to know more about you, because they need to understand what they're doing now can be simplified and made so much better by working with someone like you. And it's not a cost, and it's an investment, and there is a return on that investment by the hosting that you can, the added profits that you can generate in your agency by providing hosting and providing quality service.
That's the whole point of business, to make profit, right?
100%.
Good point. Everyone goes of different ways, but this is the way how I
Yeah,
choose.
I'm very honest. I want to provide profit, and at the same time, I want to do that at not at the some people, like, I just want to make money. I don't want to make money, and just anyways. I want to actually literally help people while making money and improving my reputation, and. So when I want someone to say Yasmeen Creative, I want them to think immediately, boutique agency, provide very strong service, and they don't work with everyone. I'm also very selective with the clients that I work with, because I really want to help that person, and I want that person to 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 really benefit from the service that I provide. And if I think they're not compatible, I tell them, we're not compatible. And this is something that you also do. You don't want to work with everyone. If you think that someone is not compatible with you, you tell them, I'm not going to be able to help you. And this is why I think we are like-minded, and this is why I think we've developed a good relationship over the years, because we both have similar priorities.
Yeah, and if I see that someone doesn't care about the website, just set them there and forget. No, I don't want to have those customers in Webnestify.
Yeah,
And it's not all about the money. Yes, I decline 6 7 figures contracts in Webnestify because I didn't feel that I can be beneficial, or it's gonna be something that I want to do like willingly, right? With my, it's not
100%.
good. So yeah, it's business is all about the money, but on the other hand, my goal is to help other businesses to be successful, right?
Definitely. I mean, the making money is not a value you put in your, in your branding or in your mission statement or in your vision statement. My wish is to make the most money between the agencies and all that. But if you're not in this to make money, what are you doing? You know, it's not a charity. You know, if you want to not make money, work for a charity, work for a non-profit organization. We all want to make money, but at the same time, this should not come at the cost of our reputation, our integrity, our, and all that. You have your values and you stick to them. So this is why I always like to work with agencies and partners and that have a similar mindset. And I do, and I'm happy. And this is why I think it was one of the main things that benefited my agency is that I work with people who are like-minded. So when we do something, we're all, feeding off each other's energy rather than, one puts the other down. One's like,
Yeah. And this is also nice that we have an option to choose who we want to work with, right? Because many
mhm,
businesses they can just blindly take anyone, right?
yeah, definitely.
This is also one of the, the good benefit for this.
Quality over quantity. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. All right, Hassan. I think we provide everything. It was really nice and pleasure to talking with you.
Thank
Uh,
you really a lot for having me. And it was real fun talking to you, like always. I don't think I've ever had a single dull conversation, even when we're talking very technical stuff. And my wife in the background is looking at me like, "What are you saying, man? Well, I don't understand a single word that you." But it's always fun, because I'll always learn something when I talk to you. And this
yeah.
is something that I love, either through the emails that you send as part of your newsletter, introducing us to services, warning us of problems, vulnerabilities, telling us to update this and that. If I honestly recommend everyone, if you're not subscribed to his newsletter, subscribe to his newsletter. And at the same time, when I have a question and I ask you, you don't just answer the question, you explain. So it's always something that I feel, and like this one, this chat is also fun. It's fun. It's fun talking to you.
Yeah, always. And yeah, next year we're gonna meet again, finally.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Gaucho again and have the steak dinner.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And yeah, so yeah, thank you very much, Hassan, for your time. Really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to work with you for many years to come and see Yasmeen Creative bloom.
Thank you, Simon. And honestly, the same goes for Webnestify. I hope you just keep growing, keep growing, keep growing, and you reach, where you deserve to be at the very top.
I don't need to rush. I like to keep it slowly and quality, but yeah,
Definitely.
one day.
Slow and steady.
All right. So yeah, thank you very much, Hassan.
Thank you, Simon, for having me, and
Yeah.
talk soon.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.